still importing 55% of what we need? Where is the Atmanirbharta as far as edible oil is concerned? In Feb, we're scared about the Russia-Ukraine war hitting our sunflower oil supplies. In April, we're scared about Indonesia pulling the plug on palm oil. We really need to find another way. With Sudhakar Desai, CEO of Imami Agrotech and President of the Indian Vegetable Oil Producers Association. So welcome to all of you and thank you so much for speaking with us today. Mr. Desai, let me begin by getting your take on the current situation. Huge relief that Indonesia seems to have softened its stance. But these are still reports. Are we sure now that there is no ban or no stoppage or no limit on the export of crude palm from Indonesia, which is what we largely import?
Yes, just about a while ago, there has been a notification which says that confirming the rumors that Indonesia is now open to exports of CPO, which is crude palm oil, and also the RBD palm oil, which is basically a stage before making of olein, as you call it, palm olein. So these two oils can be imported, and if you are importing RBD palm oil, you need to fractionate it, and then you can make refined palm olein for direct consumption. Basically, that is it. But it was known actually that Indonesia, which has levied export tax of $575 and also created a advantageous export levy for finished goods because they believe in Make in Indonesia campaign basically. And they're also struggling with domestic inflation. They tried various things, including domestic market obligation, which means every exporter has to give certain amount of oil into the domestic market. And also they wanted to curtail the price artificially. But then this issue of Indonesia was never that of shortage. It was that of price, basically. But comparatively speaking, since Indonesia is the largest producer, you would expect why they should have an inflationary problem. I think everybody, all the players found it more incentivized to export. And that's why they felt the shortages. This was a very harsh step. And Indonesia exports, like you were mentioning, they produce about 4 lakh tons a month. They need to export 2.5 lakh tons a month, 2.5 million tons a month. They produce 4 million tons a month, which is not small. So it is not something that you can keep in your storage tanks without exporting. I think the better sense has prevailed, and now there is a new opening that you can export. Now, as far as India is concerned, if this is all going through and no more frequent changes, what it means is that India will import in the form of crude palm oil or partially refined oil, and then it's available. I think as far as that is concerned, it is definitely a temporary relief. That's why you found today a 9%, 12% volatility in a day.
Right.
In the morning, market went up by 9% and came down by 2%. Sometimes it used to take 6 months to 1 year for that volatility. So much so about this Indonesian campaign right now.
Yeah. So we'll come to more aspects of this story, but thank you for just setting the stage there. So, Mr. Desai, now today, if we start pushing and want this yellow revolution, and we really push our way forward to get more self-sufficient on edible oil, what would be the way to do it? Which is the edible oil or edible oils we should pick? And what is the kind of gestation period you're looking at?
Yeah, I think that's a very important question. And obviously, it is a journey. You can't suddenly do it. It has to take at least 2-3 years. But amongst all this crisis, high prices would also mean, of course, temporarily it's bad for the consumer, but it also, like other speakers are saying, it's a trigger for the farmer to strategically move from wheat, rice, and other oil to oilseeds. I mean, assuming that he wants to grow what is most profitable. So having said that, it's a great opportunity, whatever we have missed. The high prices is a great opportunity right now to grow more of groundnut seeds, more of mustard, more of sunflower seeds. I think long back, India, South India and Bihar and UP used to produce a lot of sunflower oil. And probably, I don't know, GM technology, which has been adapted in by way of cotton or by way of meal imports, might be one solution, because the biggest problem in this whole oilseed sector has been the productivity. As far as time frame specifically, I think these being a low crop, season, within 6 months, I think some kind of a improvements can happen. As far as palm is concerned, I agree, it's a 4 to 5 year horizon without any governmental scheme, so to say. In case of soybean and mustard, in the last 2 years, we have already seen a 28% growth. So, with impetus and with the right focus, along with the industry and the technology on one side, the institutes for better yielding oil seeds, and with the government support, I think there could be an incentive for the acreage shift, strategically speaking, because India has done wonders as far as everything else is concerned. Look at wheat, rice, dairy, pulses. I think the same thing can be done at this price in oil seeds. Maybe the time is has never been more right than doing it now.
Okay, in the short term,
there is a short term, there
right,
is a medium term. Both can be
accelerate
done.
the move towards being more independent, more self-sustaining on edible oil, because look at the situation. We are now dependent on crude, we are dependent on edible oil, and as geopolitical tensions rise, as the world becomes a more uncertain place, we're dependent on a lot of tech. We need to figure out how to insulate ourselves, much like many nations around the world are doing. Well, on that note, I want to thank all of you for joining us on the first panel, the lead debate this evening.
Please like and subscribe IVPA channel.